the lusts that have been plaguing our camp. It's not like it just popped up overnight, but it has recently gotten newsworthy as the brother, he's a brother, I guess, who we put out for beating his wife. He'd like to teach her. Can we get that? Give me that scripture in Proverbs. Is it 6 about a wicked man? Teaches with his fingers. That one. Give me that. You got it?
Yep.
All right.
Check. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth.
A froward mouth means he speaks unadvisedly against God's laws.
He winketh with his eyes.
He winketh with his eyes. That's how a brother like that gets some of you sisters out on the street. He winks with his eyes. He winked at me. Go ahead.
He speaketh with his feet.
Now, when it says he speaks with his feet, that's he's putting his foot up your behind. That's the type of brother we don't tolerate. Go ahead.
He teacheth with his fingers.
He teaches with his fingers, meaning he's slapping you oops upside your head. He's trying to teach you a lesson. These are things that the Most High says, this type of man, he uses the word naughty. Was that it, Captain?
Yes, sir.
From there, get me Tobit chapter 10, verse 12. We do not tolerate that type of behavior in any of our camps. Other schools may do that. And we know well aware that some of them do.
The book of Tobit, chapter 10 and verse 12. And he said to his daughter, honor thy father and thy mother-in-law, which are now thy parents.
So everybody understand that the law, when the scriptures say in Exodus 20 about honor your father and mother-in-law, that law extends not just to your parents, but your spouse's parents as well. And this is the proof. Read that again.
And he said to his daughter, honor thy father and thy mother-in-law, which are now thy parents, that I may hear good report of thee. And he kissed her. Adnah also said to Tobias, the Lord of heaven restore thee, my dear brother, and grant that I may see thy children of my daughter Sarah before I die, that I may rejoice before the Lord. Behold, I commit my daughter unto thee of special trust. Wherefore do not entreat her evil.
You men understand that, what that says? Wherefore do not entreat her evil. So, here in our camps, we definitely try and not teach any evil lesson against our wife. So the brother that was putting his hands upside his wife's head, we had to put him out. And then while he was put out, he decided to go on a website and pick up what he thought was a female prostitute. She, or it, turned out not to be a female prostitute, but a man. You might ask, well, didn't he know it was a man already? No, some surgeries is good. In the evil way I'm talking about. It had its thing cut off. But this particular day, it says to the brother, by the way, I used to be a man. He says, excuse me a minute, I have to use the bathroom. He goes into the bathroom after he vomits. He has his little gun in the bag. He comes back, pow! Shoots the thing right in the face. Now, all this was what he's already put out. But of course, the media gets a hold of it and says, he's a member of Israel United in Christ. I mean, we don't teach that. The hell is it? Number one, give me that about prostitutes in 2 Corinthians 6, or is it 1 Corinthians 6 and... 1 Corinthians 6 and 15. Let's start there. We do not teach. God doesn't teach to deal with prostitutes.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot?
A harlot is a hoe, a prostitute. Go ahead.
God forbid.
The answer is no. You're not to join with a harlot, a prostitute. Go ahead.
What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
One mind. Go ahead.
But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Watch what the Lord calls dealing with a prostitute in this next verse.
Flee fornication.
Calling it fornication. It's fornication. Dealing with a prostitute is fornication. You men understand that?
Yes, sir.
6 brothers understood. Now I gotta worry about the others. You others up in there. Read that again, Captain.
Flee fornication.
Uh-huh.
Every sin that a man doeth is without the body.
Meaning whatever sins you do dealing with fornication is outside of the body of Christ. You're not committing fornication in here. You wait till you go home in the dark and do your dirt. Go ahead.
But he that committed fornication sinneth against his own body.
Right, now you gotta check for STDs and all kind of rubbish like that. So, let me see, sisters. How many sisters in here are married? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 8, 9 sisters are married. So the rest of you sisters, hey, let's look at the video here. Today we're going to talk about a few things. I want to talk about being single shouldn't make you desperate. Let me say it again. Being single shouldn't make you desperate. In the street, I know they call what they call a desperate woman a thirsty woman.
Thirst bucket.
A thirst bucket. Yeah. What's happening here? Is Abiel back? Lava talk.
Come on, Abiel.
Yeah, your brothers and your sisters, man, like Bishop said, you should not have that spirit in you because you're single. You have to sell it down for anybody. Because that's what you caught up in fornication or adultery. Yeah, because a lot of times our people don't understand that when you start to believe within yourself, knowing that the quality of people you came from, then you're going to see yourself as special. You understand? And when you see yourself as special, the reason we give your guys a year to at least to learn that spirit, which if that was up to me, I'd say you'll need 5 years. Some of you. But we give you a year because we know that that spirit that you came in the world, you understand, like the spirit still plaguing you. Meaning that the spirit of whoremongering you had in the world is still plaguing you. You know better, like when you thinking you repent, but the spirit is chasing you down. That's why it's hard to keep your leg closed. Because the world say that's okay, do your thing. But last time I read the scripture, it said it's a sin for a young woman to have kids inside the mother house. That's why we're trying to stop here. Yeah, we're trying to stop it here. You know, we telling your sisters is marriage involved. We telling you before you sleeping with that man, make sure you have his doctor. He said doctor. Yeah, his medical record. We're telling you for the brother to have his medical record. What you do, you go behind our counsel. Now you caught up with some disease because you didn't understand that. If you're looking at us as a father, would we put you in error? You understand? We will never put you in error. But then any brothers up in here, believe me, you want to know about the brother, what kind of brother he is, then what kind of thing he's facing. We got the information, believe it or not, but it's up to you. Go ahead, Bishop.
Okay, so the name of this video is Single and Borderline Desperate. So let's roll the video.
Then comes marriage. Then comes a baby and a baby.
Stop back, I miss it, I can't hear.
Wait.
You know I'm half deaf, half blind. And put up the volume.
Yes, sir.
First comes love. Then comes marriage. Then comes a baby in a baby carriage. Wait, hold on. No. Scratch that. First comes heartbreak, then a couple of STDs, and unplanned pregnancy that somehow gets terminated. Then comes even more heartbreak, and it doesn't end. Then the cheating and lies, and the cheating with his best friend, his assistant. Oh, and that hoe he met at Trader Joe's. The little hoe at Trader Joe's. And then, just maybe, after all of that, is love. An unconditional, romantic, passionate love that transforms into a beautiful marriage with a princess cut, 4-carat diamond ring and luxurious honeymoon in Bora Bora. Oh my God. I'm going to Bora Bora. Get out. You went on a date yesterday? How did that happen?
I found it on Bender yesterday morning.
Ah, let me see.
Trey, the architect.
Oh my.
God. Ay, papá, qué rico que estás. He's a real Harry McHatterson. I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany. Ron Burgundy. Who the hell is Ron Burgundy? Oh, we are a match.
So what happened?
Well, he messaged me first, and then he just showed up.
Here? At your place?
Yeah, looking even hotter than in the photos.
No way, really?
Hi.
Hey.
So, do you have a package I need to sign or something?
Oh, I have a package, but no need to sign anything yet.
I'm sorry?
Ava? Trey.
Trey from Bender.
Yeah, from Bender.
This is you.
Yeah, took it a year ago.
Tell me more.
He took me to Grada's in Malibu for cocktail/lunch.
Buy a drink?
Ay, Dios mío, this is so pathetic. But what the hell? Antonio Bandildo can only take me so far. Sure, why not? Wait, is that open already?
I don't know.
He's a keeper. I like this. Did you guys hook up?
I would call it more of an erotic massage.
I call this the ambient. I used to do this to our nanny all the time. Relaxing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. She thought so too. Before she quit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now my wife takes care of the kids.
Wait, you're married?
Yeah, I mean, you know. Why? Are you? Because I'm cool with it. The ambient. The ambient. The ambient. The ambient. The ambient.
I'll take one too. I can't wait to meet him.
I know, right? It just sucks that he's moving to Norway tomorrow to feed the starving kids.
Well, I met someone yesterday.
All right, let's
too.
pause that.
Oh, really? Yeah, so I was walking.
The next was 42. Now, this is an example, blow my mic, an example of how far some sisters will go to get a mate. When you try and rush to get a mate, sister, sometimes it turns out to be bad. I'm going to show you something. Go to 2 Samuel chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 1. Now I'm saying this, not that anything so much, well, something did happen here in Virginia, y'all know about that, but it's been happening from state to state. 2 Samuel chapter 13, let's start at verse 1, talk about King David's daughter and his son.
2 Samuel chapter 13 and verse 1.
Read quick.
And it came to pass after this, that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar.
So the sister's name, the word fair means beautiful, lovely to behold. Her name was Tamar. Go ahead.
And Amnon, the son of David, loved her.
So Amnon was another one of David's sons, and he loved his sister. Go ahead.
And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin.
Now they had different mothers. Go ahead. She was a virgin.
And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shemaiah, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. And he said unto him, Why?
Sometimes means cunning, crafty. This is a crafty friend. Very slick. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister.
See, that's the proof they had different mothers. I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. Go ahead.
And Jonadab said unto him, lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick.
Now here's his craftiness. He has a plan for him to get with his sister. Go ahead. Lay down and make believe you sick. Come on.
And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come, and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it, and eat it at her hand.
Have her feed you. Go ahead.
So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. Now the king was come to see him, and Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come, and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now to thy brother Amnon's house, and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and when he was laid down, she took flour and kneaded it, and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, Have out all men from me. And they went out every man from him.
So everybody get out the room. That's what he says to all his servants. Get out the room. Go ahead.
And Amnon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thine hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, and said unto her, Come, lie with me, my sister. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel.
We are family. Do not force me to lay down with you.
Do not thou this folly. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Howbeit, he would not hearken unto her voice.
So she tried to be smart. She said, why don't you ask Daddy? Ask Daddy if it's okay for us to lay down together. Go ahead.
Howbeit, he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her, and lay with her. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone.
So. What I want y'all to see out of his history is that this dude, Amnon, was so in love with his half-sister that when he finally forced her and laid down with her, after he did the act, a spirit of hate came on him for her. Read verse 15 again.
Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone.
Get out, go. Now, we wanted to read that because this has been an issue, an ongoing issue in Israel. It has been in New York. It has been in Carolina. Where else have I seen this? Atlanta. Where sisters and brothers, they do some secret stuff, lay down sexually with each other, and then all that love that they had, that secret love, now is hatred. I hate her, she hate him. But guess what? You stuck. You stuck. That's yours. Have fun, boo-boo. That is your spouse. Now you can beat each other to death because you hate each other's guts. That's why you have to, give me that Sirach 6 and 9. This is what nobody wants to do. So what? He got a nice car and big shoes and big feet. So what? I'm just so in love. No, you're not. You're in lust. Being in lust is something totally different. Is that what I want?
Sirach 6 and 7.
6 and 7, thank you.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
That's what nobody wants to do. Everybody wants to rush, rush, rush. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Now you're stuck and you're mad because you realize that there's no, what's the word? Connection. There's another word. What's the word when there's no chemistry? Thank you. There's no chemistry between either of you. But because you two did this act, that's yours. Now get married. How about that? Give me Sirach 42, 9 and 10. This is what Deacon Laba had mentioned.
The book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. In her virginity lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house.
So you're defiled when you have a child still living at home with your parents. That's what the Bible says. This is what society has yet to understand. Now, when I was young, it was a shame for us. You see a woman that's pregnant, they would send her down south. You wouldn't see her for 9, 10 months till that baby's born. That's how they did when I was young growing up. I said, where's such and such? Oh, she's visiting family down south. But meanwhile, she was pregnant. Because when she comes back, she got a 5-year-old or something. What the hell? Give me Exodus 22:16. Somebody might be asking, why you say the brother and the sister stuck? That's what the Bible says. They stuck. Exodus 22:16.
Exodus 22:16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
We see this in every school. Brother sees his sister on the side of the room. He's whispering. He's winking with the eye. Okay?
And lie with her.
Have sex with her.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife. Any of y'all have to get married. You have to. Or the two of you have to be put out. Forever. Forever. Ever. Ever. You'll see.
Can I say something? You know, like, you know how we know as a people we are sick people? Because we believe that Christ said, repent as a baby, right? But I mean, the word repent already tell you need somebody to guide you. That's what the word really would mean. Because if you already are grown up, so why would you need to repent out of what? That means that whatever life you live, the Lord is calling you to repent, mean there was not the right life to live. So now in your repentance, you have to come as a baby. Being a baby, you need tutors, you need instructions, you need anything else. That's where we come in. We say, sisters, that brother wait for a year. Sister say, no, I'm a growing up sister. I can do whatever I want. Now you caught up. That brother said, I'm a growing up man. I can do whatever I want. That means you don't believe in repentance, brother. You don't believe that, sis. You come here with the whole spirit. You want to spray your whole spirit up in the air. The brother come with a homongering spirit. He want to spray it up in the air. Now, but your guys don't catch it in one another. Because you're both are folly. You're both don't come here to learn anything. You're both are folly. You understand? That's why he can call you in the side. You accept it. Instead of saying, no, brother, why don't you go, ex-leadership? Then if it's right, they're not gonna hide you from me. You understand? But what we do, there's nothing wrong with that. We can go to the movie. God forbid, now you find out that brother had 2, 3 wives. He was one of the kin. Because you didn't want to wait. What do I do now, brother? That's your husband. Go ahead. Be out with him. Because you didn't listen to the father figure. You didn't listen to the instructions. You think we're going to feel sorry for you? You didn't feel sorry for us when you was doing your snitch thing. You didn't feel sorry for us. You come here, break bread, while you was in your folly. A lot of your, that's why Moses was killing you, put you in a stake. Because you're the most wicked people, man. You break bread, you telling me, you come eat your folly while you breaking bread. Everything I read, hey, shalom, brother, shalom, sister. Oh, you all love, then down the line, that you know the act that you committed, Lord could have put judgment. Because you didn't care about nobody else. Not even yourself. Because God could have killed you. You understand?
We always tell a story, and it's a true story, from when we had the first school. We tell these brothers and sisters about when y'all get married, before you get married, before you do anything, get each other's medical record. True story. This was 4 months ago. Brother and sister talking. Brother comes up. No. Let me say this. This is it. Let me back up. Brother says to me, he says, Elder, can you help me find the wife? I said, sure, not a problem. I said, you have any sister in mind? He goes, what about sister so-and-so? Says the name. I said, I don't think she's for you. I said, but that's my opinion. I said, well, I'll bring it up to her, but my opinion is she's not for you. So anyway, tell her sister, hey, brother so-and-so is interested in you. He got his own. She said, well, what's his quality? I said, he's a good brother. She goes, I think I like this other brother over here. So I said, okay. And I was happy when she said that. I said, okay, good. At least I went to her. She said she didn't want him. I said, fine. So I told her brother, I'll find you somebody else. So now back to the sister. She says, I like brother so-and-so over here. I said, you like that brother over there? She said, I like that brother over there. I said, you sure you like that brother over there? She said, I like that brother over there. I said, that brother right there that live with his mother and father? That brother right there that live with his mother and father. I said, how old are you? She said, 35. I said, he is 28. Still living with his mother and father. You sure you want that brother right there? She said, I want that brother. I said, I don't think it's wise. That brother ain't ready. He still lives with his mom and his daddy. And you just came out of some other foolishness before. You need to be quiet. I think I want him. All right. Here it goes. So they talking. We all, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay. So they come up, this is weeks later, they come up to the front. He goes, we want to get married. I said, oh, you said we want to get married. So she's in agreement with that. He goes, yes. I said, okay, call her up. She comes up. I said, you step aside. I said, sister, you want to marry this brother? She said, what brother? I said, the brother you said you want to get with. That brother lived with his mother and father. I said, that brother lived with his mother and father. She says, no, I don't think I want to marry him. I said, call the brother back over. I said, brother, you want to marry this sister? He says, yes, I want to marry this sister. I said, sister, what'd you say? She said, I don't want to marry him. I said, brother, you see this? I said, see the confusion. Confusion. Give me Hebrews 13.
Yeah, but Bishop, you did. You forget the good parts of this though. Yeah, that brother and the sister that was doing things already, not mean sex, but he touching that sister private TD, all type of thing. Right. But that sister now seeing that the brother, he don't want the brother. You see that? That's why Bishop says it's confusion, because they find you a brother that was ready to get married. He have his own place, good brother. That's not the one you want, because you want the child that live with his mother and his father, so you can bring confusion. That's why your sisters, really, your mind have to be right. You understand? That's why we telling you, because the same thing we will tell our daughters is the same thing we will tell you. You understand? You thinking that we will tell our daughters something and tell you other things? You are our daughters as well. So we're going to look out for you. But it's up to you, sister. You can disobey leadership and go in your own, then you're going to trap something. Then I'm telling you straight to your face, we never give anybody counsel that go against that counsel, who go against our counsel, then everything go good for them. I'm telling you straight, don't do it.
Yep, and you're right about that, Deacon. So I did leave out a bunch. I didn't mention that. So we had to put them out forward, put them both out. The next story. Give me Hebrews 13. Don't read it yet. The next story is. You remember how David's what was the boy's name? David's son. We just read his name. Amnon. He had a friend. What was the friend's name? Jonadab. And it said Jonadab was subtle. You brothers, I'm gonna tell you what you brothers do. Remember the girls, Tamar said, why don't you speak to our father and see if he'll give me to you? She already knew the answer. He knew the answer too. But his friend counseled him. Listen to what I'm about to say. His friend counseled him how to get your sister, your stepsister. Make like you sick. And when your father comes to visit you, tell him you want your sister to come and make you some food. David didn't think nothing. He ain't thinking no evil. He goes, I'll call his brother. Says, son, go fix your sister some food. All right. But that was this dude Jonadab's plan. Now, get to my story. Here we go. You always got that friend, that counselor, brothers, who you know, he really don't keep the commandments. So you counsel with that brother. This is why when these little secret rendezvous creep up in the congregation, none of the leadership, we're not privy to it. Y'all, nobody speaks to us about it. So we can say, well, not everybody. We say, don't do this, don't do that. So now here we go. Brother goes, I can't find a woman in Israel. I don't know what to do. But bro, we got a bunch of schools. Now he's talking to his friend. So in my mind, I'm thinking, as this is my statement to him after the act and all of that. We got a bunch of schools. You don't like a sister in this school, here's a bunch of other schools. Sisters don't like a brother in this school, there's brothers all over the place. Y'all be in the same line, but no, that's not what happened. So, brother goes to his friend. You know, I'm going to go in this chat room. True story. I'm going to go in this chat room and hook up with this sister. So the friend, the brother, goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. He says, well, you should meet her, but don't do nothing with her. But it's a good idea. You should do that. You get a, what do they call when you have a fake name? What is that called? You have an alias. Sexy chocolate. What's your code name? Sexy. Sexual chocolate. Ding. And just like in a video we saw, he sends a picture when he was 25, meanwhile he's 45. And you know what she does? She sends a picture when she was 25 and 120 pounds. But meanwhile, she's in her 40s, 320 pounds. But you don't see them pictures. So they meet up. Bang, 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 bang. They meet, they have sex. He brings it to the congregation. I said, hey, Pastor, who's this? This is going to be my wife. I said, this is going to be your wife? What? I said, I don't remember her. Where's she from? What? Bro, what is this guy saying? I said, talk loud. Sister, go over there, sit down, please. Let me. Bro, where you meet this woman? I met her online. You met her online? Yeah. A hookup. I said, bro, are you simple? You don't know if the woman got something, been in something. You don't know nothing about this woman. You are insane, brother. Now, this is years ago. I'm just reflecting. This was years ago. So now, they get together, they get married. So she joins the congregation. I said, what does she do for a living? She said, what? Bro, what is he saying? What does she do for a living? How does she make money? She sells sex toys. I said, what? You hooked up with a woman that sells sex toys. You bring her up in here. You think the woman changed? Yeah, bro, she changed. Really, she changed. You know what I'm talking about. Really, she changed. All of a sudden, now I'm speeding up. Now this is this morning. I get so many text messages. Here she go. He's a nigger. I hate him. He makes me sick. Then I get from him. I hate her. She makes me sick. I want to leave. I want a divorce. You can't have a divorce. Both of y'all in the Lord now, right? That's what y'all said. Well, she makes me sick and he makes me sick. I said, brother, I told you she never repented. I told you that. Brother, she deceived me. Oh, she deceived you. Meanwhile, you didn't listen to no counsel. You listened to nigga number one, your counselor back there, who told you it was such a good idea to meet a woman online. Now, where's that in the scriptures? But nobody listens to me. I'm that old stupid man that sit in the corner. I know. So, this is what I'm going through today. So, I'm getting phone calls. I didn't even pick up. I said, I'm not picking up. I warned them about this before. Give me Hebrews 13 and 4.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Next story now. I always got a million stories. I should write a book. Sister comes up. Oh, I forgot this part. Back to the sister that wanted to marry the brother that lived in his mama's house. That she said she wanted so bad. When they came up to the table, I said, brother, do you have your medical records? Did you share your medical records with her? He says, yes, Bishop, yes, she has. I said, did you see his medical records? That he ain't got no STD? She said, yes, I saw it. He has nothing. I said, now, brother, did she show you her medical records? He goes, no, she did not. I said, sister, did you go to the doctor and get a medical report about your blood test and all that? She goes, not yet. I said, well, let me ask you a personal question. Do you have anything? She goes, you know what that pause means? When they pause and they look up in the sky?
Last time I checked.
She goes, well, the last time I checked, I should be good now. I said, bro, you hear this foolishness? Do you hear this? And you want to marry this? Here's the next one. Sister goes, they get married. Now, different couple. This is in Indiana. They get married. Read that again for me.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
You know what lust will do, sister? Let me tell you what lust will do. Just like with you, brother. Let me tell you what lust will do. Lust will blind you. Lust will make you overlook all the character flaws that is so obvious to everybody. Yep. Sister, he lived with his mama. He is 29, going on 30. He's still with his mother. That's a flaw. She goes, no, but I want him. I just love him. No, you're in lust with him. You see that car out there, that's what it is. Something like that. So that's what lust is. Or brother, you see a sister, she got the hourglass shape. You know that shape. Y'all know that. And you, oh wow, yeah, that's what I want right there. Bruh, she has a lot of flaws with her. She don't know how to act. She don't know how to show respect. No, bro, but I love, bro. Look at how she act with the other sister. She's always about to fight somebody. And you want to marry her? Yeah. Bro, you simple. So now, back to the story. Indiana. They get, mother and sister get married. They sleeping one night, and the brother notices his children are getting, what is that called? Spots. What are them little round things? Herpes. Canker sores. Them little things. Ain't saying till because he came out of a bad relationship. He married a sister in Israel. And he said, wait, my baby's got some canker sores. Where y'all getting this from? I don't know, Daddy, I don't know. So, weeks go by, month goes by, another month goes by. So the brother dismisses it. They in bed sleep. And you hear her crying. What's wrong, baby? I got something to tell you. What's wrong? I don't know if I should tell you. You can tell me anything. I love you. I don't know, though. I don't know. I love you. Just, come on, baby. Just talk to me. What's up? What's going on? I got herpes simplex 56. What? Herpes simplex 56? What the hell? That's where my babies got all marks on their faces. Canker sores everywhere. Bro, I said I knew I shouldn't have told you. Damn right you shouldn't have told me. He gonna call us up now. I said, brother, I told y'all to get your medical records. Now, I tried my best not to be nosy, but I will tell y'all to do this, do that. Everybody say, yeah, con. Yes. I did it. He said, but I showed her mine. I said, did she show you hers? She said no. He said no. Because she's one of those scripture quoting sisters. Let me tell you about the scripture quoting sisters. You ever heard of Juanita Bynum? Watch them scripture quoting women and know scriptures like this. They on Facebook. There are a lot of them on Facebook. They give you a million scriptures. The know-it-alls. So he was captivated that she knows so many scriptures. So she convinced him she didn't have to give him her medical record because she's spiritual sister number one. She's a righteous sister. Now he burned. He plagued, she plagued, and she says, maybe God, listen to this how wicked this woman was. Maybe God wants you to have this disease. I said, did you punch in the mouth? Not that I advocate that. Did you punch in the mouth? No, bro, she's bigger than me. And she was 6'4" Sasquatch. I'm gonna tell you how big your sister was. Not that it's my son Benjamin, y'all know y'all like big women. She one of them sisters. You ever see women? They so big and they get in a man's face and they give you the titty bump. And she big and he go flying back. You gotta watch these sisters that look for these little scrawny brothers. I remember when I was younger, what some big women want me? I can't pick you up, sister. What you want? If I can't get you through the threshold of that door in my arms, we are not a good match. She had to pick me up and carry me. What the hell is this? You gotta match. You gotta be some compatibility up here. Right, like Norbit. Y'all saw that? What's the name of the movie? Norbit. Exactly, just like that. Some women, they search for that little scrawny brother. Go, I want him. Why do you want him? Y'all are not compatible. Look at, he is 5'2", you 6'7", 400 pounds. What is he gonna do for you? I just like little brothers. Yeah, right. You gotta watch the angle some people come with. Read that for me again. I know I'm going on the tangent.
Hebrews 13 verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
Give me Sirach 33:27. Now you get married, and this is what we hear. Brothers go out, work. Some brothers I've seen get 2 and 3 jobs. Brother, don't kill yourself. Do not kill yourself. Before we read that, get me the scripture that says, be thou content in Sirach. Whether it be you have little or much. Give me that one. Somebody find that one for me. This is a message for you brothers that's interested in the sister. Start at 21.
Sirach 29:21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and in house to cover shame. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house.
Let me tell you about a mean cottage. I had a mean cottage. Mean cottage means you got an effed up house. It's disgusting. But it's yours. You know, my wife go, don't invite no brothers over here. The house is disgusting. It's ugly. It's small. We got rats. We got mice. We got roaches. Men go, so? Women don't like that, to have guests come over and the house ain't right. But that's us. Men, we don't care. I have all the brothers come over the house. This is years ago. So I lived on Lexington Avenue, 98th Street, apartment. So we had mice running through there. There was rats outside. Rats is huge. I don't know if y'all got into Virginia, but a mouse would be like the size of this little thing here. But the rat with his tail is like this. You run when you see a rat. But they'd be outside. So sisters go, some sisters now speed up. Me and my wife, I had a 5 cent, she had 5 cent. Together we made 10 cent. We put that 10 cent aside. I had bad credit, she had bad credit. Slowly we started building up our little thing, fixing our credit, so we eventually can get the things we wanted. She had a baby, I went out, slaved for work. Okay, so now speed up to today. Brother and sister get married, they come over to my house where I live now, and the sister goes, oh, Bishop Nathaniel has a nice house. She says to her husband, why do we have a nice house? Why do we gotta live in a little nasty cottage we got over there? He goes, oh, I ain't got no money. She goes, how come you ain't got no money? Sister, you know he had no money when you got with him. Sister, you got money? No. He ain't got no money, you ain't got no money. You got 5 cents? Yeah, I got 5 cents. You got 5 cents? Put your 5 cents together. Read that.
The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and in house to cover shame. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house.
See that delicate fare in another man's house. Read on.
Be it little or much, hold thee contented.
I want you sisters to hear that part. Read that part again.
Be it little or much, hold thee contented.
Be content with what you currently have. You can work on things later on in the future. Go ahead.
That thou hear not the reproach of thy house. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house. For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
Some brothers and some sisters understand that verse. But now I have another story. Here we are in Florida. It says, for it is a miserable life to go from house to house. For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth. Some black women don't understand that. Let me tell you the next story. Sister goes from house to house to house. Give me that scripture. Bring that a nigga into your house. You know what I want? Sisters, listen good to this story. I'm going to help you. Read that. Sirach 11.
Sirach 11, verse 29.
Here we go.
Bring not every man into thine house.
Bring not every man into thine house.
For the deceitful man hath many trains.
Meaning he has many ways to get what he wants. So, here's the story. Florida. Sister, now go back to where we were originally about when you're a stranger, you don't run your mouth. Well, we just read it. We just read it. So we just read, bring not every man into your house. For a deceitful man has many trains. Now read this part about shut the hell up when you go to somebody's house.
For it is a miserable life to go from house to house. For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
Not the black woman. She don't understand that. Here comes the sister. She goes, I'm in a shelter and I'd like to get my life right. And you first. So if she says no, because she don't know you, understand that. Get to know the sisters and let's see from there. So she gets to know the sisters. One of the sisters says, okay, now this is sometime later. I'm speeding it up. She said, you can come stay with me? Okay. She goes in the house. Now this sister is looking at brother so-and-so. She's interested in talking to a brother. Here comes new sister. New sister, I'm talking about the one that just came out of the shelter. New sister goes, oh, he's cute. I think I like him too. What? I want to talk to the brother. What are you talking about? So they get to the school. Here she is. If the brother's there, here she comes. Shalom, brother. Now she already know that this sister wants to talk with this brother. But here she go. Shalom, brother, how you doing? You're so cute. I just want you to know that. So now the sister gets mad and says, listen, you ruining my life. You gotta go. She goes to another house. She's up in there running her mouth like Dino from the Flintstones. Anybody see that? That's her. She gets put out of that house. She goes through about 4 different homes. So now she goes to the 5th house. Here comes the brother. Sister, you can stay with me. This is my wife. The wife goes, hey, Shalom. I want to do the righteous thing. So the wife now, read the verse again, and the one about don't bring everybody in your house.
Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains.
Now we're using the context for women, because this is a true story. So the sister rings over, and the new sister says, Shalom, brother, I thank the Lord for you, so kind, you know, blah, 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 blah. So the wife, she's upstairs. She starts to notice that it's 2 in the morning. You know when you were sleeping, you go like this in the bed, and it's empty. She's like, oh. The bathroom door is open, there's nobody in there. Where's my husband? She gets up, she goes down the stairs, they talking on the couch. It's 2, 3 in the morning. What are y'all doing? Hun, come to bed. Oh yeah, I'll be right there. Now this goes on every day she wakes up. Nobody in the bed with her. This homeboy downstairs with sister girl. So this goes on for a while. Now you saw the example how she got kicked out of everybody's house. If I forget anything, just throw it in. So eventually, y'all know what happened. You know what happened. The brother who wants to give counsel. I'm just counseling this sister. How are you counseling her with her? She's on her back and her legs is in the air. Well, what kind of counsel is that? So that's what happened. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Sex, 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 sex. Now the marriage is in the uproar. Sister girl leaves, and she runs out the house. The wife throws her out. Husband is so captivated by her, he chases her out. He chases her. He wants to be with this new girl now. Read that again.
Be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house.
So this was sister girl. It is a miserable life to go from house to house. Go ahead.
For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
That wasn't true with this sister. She was opening her mouth plenty of times. Read on.
Thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words. Come, thou stranger, and furnish a table, and feed me of that thou hast ready. Give place, thou stranger, to an honor, able man. My brother cometh to be lodged, and I have need of mine house. These things are grievous to a man of understanding. The upbraiding of house room and reproaching of the lender.
The upbraiding of house room. So this sister was a home wrecker. A home wrecker. Lava, you gonna say something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You notice that the brother, the sister, very attractive sister. Then you notice his wife, you understand that he's complaining about his wife need to lose weight. When the sister came to the house, she told his wife that, I think your husband in love with the northern kingdom. That's what she told his sister, and to her face. But his sister did not catch nothing. Maybe the sister speak her opinion. That's what she told her sister. But sometimes your sisters have to know your Bible. You know what I mean? You have to know your husband. If you know your husband, you understand? Sometimes you fail to understand we come from a world of adultery, a world of fornication, a world of murder. You understand? And you forgot that their sister, the perfect example, was for us to learn when she was around 2 or 3 houses, they all kick her out. Why would you accept her to be inside your house? Sister, I love you, sister girl. If I can offer you my head, give you 100 too, I will do that. But inside my house, I don't accept it. That's okay. That don't mean that you're not righteous. You're just wise. You understand? No, but sometimes you thinking that because a sister wearing fringes, she's up there. Her mind is right. Her mind is not right. You understand? Then there was many times the brother the bishop talking about, he set him up, he set himself up to fail. Because even though when one sister called me, said, Deacon Lava, when the sister was inside my house, the brother used to come take the sister, talking about, let me bring you to do your hair, let me bring you to do your nails. You understand? You set the sister up. The sister know what she wanted, but you didn't help her a bit. You're supposed to be the father figure over her. You understand? Then you're supposed to know that. But when the sister moved in, inside the house, he was still doing these things, watching the sister close her pennies while he's married. You understand? She's a young sister. She shouldn't be doing that. You understand? Why are you watching her clothes? You understand? Like she handicapped. And she's not no handicap. So brother used to do things, but his wife, so I just say, he's supposed to catch things like that's your husband. You understand? But now she give in to it. Now her whole house is destroyed. You understand? We have to be very mindful. Not every, but that's what the scripture is clear. Say, do not bring every spirit to your house. You have to know these spirits when you bring them in. You have to watch these spirits. You understand? You don't just bring them in and say, because the brother said, let him live with me. Nah, you got to know that brother. You got to know that brother that's going to stay inside your house. But then, especially when you're a new couple, or when you know your husband, like, then you not like, the sister was very skinny sister, very attractive sister. But you know yourself. Then you have to know that, you know I like the sister, but I have a competition here. I have a competition here. We have to be very mindful. I got a competition here. You understand? I understand that, Bishop, if your house where, if you allow the sister to come in, she have all of her privacy. You know that type of house where she's not entangled with your stuff, but she have her own bathroom. I understand that. But when you bring her in, it's 2 bedrooms, she living in 1. She constantly meeting your husband, constantly. By the clothes she wear, he get attracted to that. You understand? So be very mindful in this walk. It's not all of us is righteous. Some of us come to destroy your home. Some of us come here to destroy the church. You understand? Be very mindful.
Now I'm glad you mentioned the part of him washing her pants. I almost forgot about that thing. I did forget about it. I said, brother, are you washing her drawers? He goes, Bishop, there's nothing wrong. I said, bro, stop. Stop the daggone lies. The hell up? I don't wash my wife's panties. And how the hell am I washing some woman's panties? The hell is this? So I said, you deceiving yourself. So now, you made a statement. You said she was attractive, and the wife said, should have figured this is some competition. Give me that Sirach 36:22. Let me help you, sisters. You got a good marriage. You want to keep it a good marriage. Watch what the Bible says.
So, Sirach, chapter 36, verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better.
Y'all read it one more again.
The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance.
A good-looking woman cheers a man of, wow, you're a good-looking woman. Brother come home smiling. Go ahead.
And a man loveth nothing better.
A man loveth nothing. That's what the Bible says. So now here we go. Back to the same couple. Some sisters, not your righteous sisters in here, I'm not talking about none of y'all, of course. Some sisters, you hear the expression, just let themselves go. I got him, he my man, I ain't got to do nothing else no more. All that wearing perfume, I ain't got to do that no more. Combing my hair, I don't got to comb my hair no more. Watching what I eat, all of a sudden, blam! The hair's alopecia here, teeth falling out there, and she did, Brother wake up in the morning, he sees us, like, what the hell? This is not the same woman I married. He's thinking all this. So then here she goes, you're going to invite, you know you let yourself go. You're going to invite 24-year-old, hourglass shape, red bone, whatever, all up in the house. Here you are walking around, she walking around with her bathrobe, and you don't see nothing wrong with that. You simple as hell. Read the verse again.
The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance.
And yes, in the world, sisters, it is a double standard. I'm going to tell you straight. My wife always goes, how come men don't have to really look a certain way? I said, that's the way it is. I'm sorry, I can't change it. Women have to look good all the time.
That's right.
That's right. Women, A woman is a man's trophy. If y'all don't know it, men like, here's an expression we got. Brother, I want you to meet your sister. She's nice. Watch this. She has a nice personality. That's a code word. Meaning she busted. So the brother, here's the next, you say, well, is she walk down the streetable? What do you mean is she walk down the streetable? Meaning, can I walk down the street holding her hand or with my arm around her with no repercussions? Meaning, no laughter from nobody. No heckling. Well, at night you can. There's a brother up in here, I ain't gonna point to him. This is back in the world. He with his sister and nobody knew he was with her. When they walk outside, he was always 15 feet ahead of her. Bruh, is this your woman right here, back here? Man, come here. They're saying that too loud. I don't want nobody to know I'm with her. True stories. I said, well, bro, why you with her if you don't like this woman? Bro, it's hard trying to find what you want. So I'm just with this, but I don't want nobody to know. He said, I walked down the street one day and all my boys laughed me to scorn. Some of y'all don't know what that's like. Now, there's all kind of shapes, sizes. Everybody got different tastes. Here comes a sister. He only like light skin. Sister, he only like light skin. That's on him. So what? Find a brother that like dark skin. Here the next one. He only likes skinny sisters. So what? Find a brother that like bigger sisters. It's shapes, colors, sizes. Everybody gets different. Sister likes. I remember. I don't like you too black. I want my baby to have nice wavy hair. I want that little nappy hair you got. I say it all the time. Every woman got different stuff going on. Every brother got different stuff going on. But when you find somebody compatible, read that again.
The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance.
Sisters, that means don't let yourself go. You met him looking lovely, in all your glory, whatever it is, keep that going. You did your hair, you made sure the pimples was off your face. Keep doing the same. That's all I can say. Because now here's a common email I get. I caught my husband looking at porn. So then I write back, oh, that's too bad. Send. So, that's all I say. That's too bad. So then the sister called my wife up. I said, I knew it. My wife goes, you know, sister such said her husband's looking at porn. Are you going to embarrass him in front of everybody? I said, no. I said, ask sister so-and-so, when they go to bed at night, what is she wearing? What does she do? Does she swing from the chandelier like she used to? And do somersaults and jump in that bed? No, she doesn't do that. I said, you don't even gotta ask, I already know. Because the same husband said, yo, my wife, she don't do what she used to do. She don't want to cook. She's let herself, she just watch TV all day. Now I just watch her swell up, swell. Gotta get a reinforced bed, reinforced chairs.
Yeah, but you forgot the pillows with the grease at night.
Oh yeah, with all the cream in the bed. No, that's not sexy. No, stop. The sweet talk sister that he wants, but she ain't sweet talking no more. Read that again.
The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and the man loveth nothing better.
Give me that with conjunction with Proverbs 15:1.
Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath.
That's another secret some women don't understand. Your husband could come in the house mad as hell. He could have a hard day's work, but guess what? A soft answer turneth away wrath. Some sisters have that gift to say the right words to her man, and he calms down. Some sisters haven't learned that. Read on.
But grievous words stir up anger.
What you mad for, Tyra? Why don't you shut up? What? This is what we hear. Go to Sirach 26 and 27.
Sirach 26 verse 27. A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemy.
She's on something now. You realize your wife is only good to drive away bill collectors. You see it's a bill collector, put that big mouth woman on the phone. She gonna drive the bill collector away. That's all she's good for. Because you want to get nice and cozy with her. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But her mouth is just too damn big, and she's rude, and you lose all interest. She don't wear Victoria's Secret's lingerie no more. Some of them even know what I'm talking about. Victoria's Secrets. Google it. Victoria's Secrets.
Grandmama.
She want to wear grandmama panties. You know them, brothers, there's something called, excuse me, sister, there's something called period panties. Period panties is grandmama panties, the big bloomers. Now when they get their thing, that's fine, they're going to wear that. But once the cycle is over, how about put on that sexy stuff and let's play that Marvin Gaye song.
That's right.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe some of y'all don't. Nobody know what I'm talking about. When I get that feeling. Play the song. Now she coming. Why are you playing that damn song for? Just kill a mood. Dang.
Killer Bill. That's Killer Bill.
Now, yeah. I know I'm ranting. I'm sorry. Give me Sirach 33:27.
Sirach, chapter 33, verse 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil.
Now that's a universal principle right there. Idleness teaches much evil. Idleness teaches much evil. Sisters say, well, my man work, he got 2 jobs, I don't really have to work, I still don't take care of the kids. Okay, that's fine. But while you're home with the kids, don't be idle. You should be training them kids up, them boys, the girls, sharing with them how to read, how to write, mathematics, reading, arithmetic, English, things of that nature. Not home watching Atlanta Housewives or what's some other shows? Basketball Wives. BET. What are some other shows they got?
MTV.
Not MTV, they don't watch that.
Trust me, they watch that.
What's it? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they have
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, they have
Medicine Wives.
Yeah.
Now they got a new church one. I see the new church one?
Wives.
Pastor Wives.
Yeah.
And they more wicked than the Atlanta Housewives ones. So idleness teaches much evil. So sisters, make yourself occupied. Occupy your time. Brothers, let me ask you a question, you men. Give me a few principles of marriage. Raise your hand. Give me a few principles of marriage. Wait. Who's single here? Raise your hand. Men. Okay, it's about 15 of y'all. The brother in the back with the glasses. Yep, you. How old are you?
20.
Okay, you stay down. No, you're 20. You ain't gonna know my question. Give me somebody a little older. Somebody, help me. You single brother. Everybody here 20? Older brother. Come on. Yeah, you. Stand up. You. Yeah, you. How old are you? 23. Oh, God. Okay. I'll ask you. No, stand up. I'll ask you anyway. You 3 years. You got 3 years old. Give me a few principles of marriage.
To take care of the woman.
To take care of the woman.
Take care of the household.
When you say take care of the house, what do you mean?
As far as handling the bills.
Oh, okay. What else?
Bills.
All right, have a seat. All right, 20-year-old brother. You're on. Let me hear you.
Make sure y'all agree on certain things.
Oh, okay.
Don't deny each other in the bedroom. Everything else he said, I would say the same thing.
Okay, have a seat. Let me hear this young man right here. You. Nope, right there. Nope, the one that look like Ephraim. Yeah, you. Give me a few. See, that's him. He's thinking. He's trying to stall for time. Give me a few principles for marriage.
With your wife like yourself, treat her like you want to be treated.
What else?
Don't withhold sex. Provide for her. Make sure that she has everything that she needs.
Okay, have a seat. That's good.
Yeah, but Bishop.
That didn't answer the beginning. A man's supposed to have his own house, his own place. That didn't begin, and you have to begin from here.
Exactly.
That's why Bishop said, give me the beginning of marriage. You have to have your own place. You have to have a job. You have to have things to provide for the sisters that's coming in. You understand? But some of y'all don't have a job. Some of you are still with your mom's house. That's why you're scared to answer the question. The question starts with you first. Get yourself together. Get a job. Get your own place. You understand?
Everybody forgot about it. Give me that in Matthew 19. Christ said in Matthew 19, and these are 3 principles of marriage. Matthew 19 about for this cause.
Matthew chapter 19 verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother.
So you sisters that are interested in the mama boy, the Bible says, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother. Don't overlook that, sisters. I don't care how handsome the brother is. I don't care what kind of car he got. He lived with his mama. He ain't ready yet. You're going to find out, sisters. You marry a mama's boy, you have an argument with him, it's like you arguing with his mama, because she's going to pay you a visit. What do you say to my boy? What do you say to him? And we see that in New York now. The brother moved the wife into the mama house. Are you kidding me? You want to move your wife into your mama house? Now when they fight, mama in the fight too. Sister come back crying. Hey, mama yelling at me. They double teaming me. Sister, you overlooked all those character flaws that we told you about. You hooked up with him anyway, because he got a few muscles. He just got some of them muscles. I just love the muscles. So what was you looking at? You just wanted your back blown out. Now that your back is broke because of the muscle bound brother, now you got to deal with his mama. That's shame on you, sis. You idiot. Read that again.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife.
Right, meaning cleave to her. Y'all get your own place. That's what it's saying. That's what Christ, the Son of God, is commanding. That's one basic principle of marriage. Give me the one in 2 Thessalonians 3 about work. You know what I want? Actually, these are beginning things. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
That's another thing, preparing yourself for marriage. Because before you can get your own place, you got to be applying that, brothers. You got to be working so you can get your own place and provide for the sister. All right? Now listen, let me tell you something about some women, brothers. This is what we always hear. Sister might have a good job. She says, he don't have to work. I'll take care of him. Sister, that's not what the Bible says. It's all right. I'm good. My finances are good. That, brothers, that's a trap. Give me that in Sirach 25. Y'all know what I want. When you hear, and I always hear older sisters say that, because let's say the sister has a pension. She might be 45, 50. She goes, oh, my money's good. I'll marry this brother. He's just a few years younger. I'll take care of him. You know what scripture I'm talking about?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Come on.
Sirach 25 verse 22. Husband is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
That's what the word of God says. So brothers, I know you brothers look for, you younger ones, look for that, what they call a sugar mama. She gonna take care of me. The Bible says she gonna get angry at him. She gonna be that furious sister, and she gonna put all your business out on you. This nigga don't work. He can't provide nothing. Sister, you overlooked that character flaw when you met him. You saw that flaw. You knew he was a bum when you met him. But he was so fine, so divine. Hair was wavy, teeth was pearly white, feet was huge. Okay, now look what you got. A bum, a good-looking bum. Shame on you. Now, give me another principle. Let's get Sirach 25 and 1.
Sirach chapter 25 and verse 1. In 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together.
That's very important in marriage, that the two of you agree. When y'all are talking, this before the marriage. When y'all are talking, make sure the two of you agree. Here we go. Brother wants kids, but the topic of children never comes up in the conversation. You hook up with your sister, she don't want no kids. Or she had her tubes tied, or what is that thing, what is it, cortisones, when they burn it off? Cauterized. Now you're married, and you're angry because she can't have children. Brother, that never came up in the conversation. No, we didn't talk about shame on you. That should have been a topic in your conversation while y'all were talking with each other. From there, give me Tobit 7:13. So agreeing, husband and wife, very important that you agree before y'all get together. Agree. Talk about everything.
The book of Tobit, chapter 7 and verse 13.
And you know when I say talk about everything, you know what translating some people had? Sex. I'm not talking about that. That should be one of the last things y'all talk about until you get married. What else they go?
Tobit 7:13.
Go ahead.
Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand, and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, Behold, take her after the law of Moses.
Take her after the law of Moses.
And lead her away to thy father. And he blessed them, and called Edna his wife, and took paper, and did write an instrument of covenants, and sealed it. Then they began to eat. After Ragel called his wife Edna, and said unto her, Sister, prepare another chamber, and bring her in thither.
So the chamber that they prepared was the chamber for them to have sex, to consummate the marriage. It was always paper first, sex later. For some reason, today's society does not understand that. Even in Israel, we hear, oh, we had sex already. Are you married yet? Well, no. Then you hear, she want papers, but the brother tells her, we don't need no papers to prove that we married. Sister, you stupid. He suckered you. He suckered you. He got the goods without the papers. Now you stuck. Now you got to follow his dumb behind around with no proof that's your spouse. Give me Tobit 8 and 6 and 7.
Tobit chapter 8 verse 6 and 7.
This is a big subject that y'all should be talking about before you get married.
Thou madest Adam and gavest him Eve, his wife, for an helper and stay. Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, It is not good that man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself. And now, O Lord, I take not this my sister for lust, but uprightly. Therefore mercifully ordain that we may become aged together.
If he don't want to grow old with you, sister, don't marry him. If y'all having a conversation, sit back there, and his eyes is right here at your chest when he talking to you, that's lust. That's all he's thinking about. He ain't even looking you in your eye. He don't know what your eyes look like. But you want to marry him. And brother, let me give you a little test. There's a few classes of women. You know, you got your whole sister, you got your gold digger, and what's the other one? It's gonna come in a minute. How would you know what she is? How do you know? If she walks around and you hear that sound, cha-ching, you know that money sound? Leave her alone, and you know you broke. Put your wallet on the table while you're talking and go to the restroom. I did this with my wife. Put my wallet there. I left it there on purpose. And when I went to the bathroom, I wasn't in the bathroom. I'm looking. Let me see if she won't touch that wallet. She didn't touch it. She just said, okay, so she ain't a gold digger. So you're gonna do little things like this. Test. Open the wallet when you go take it out somewhere. Open it. See if the eyes go straight to inside the wallet. She looking for credit cards. Yep. She want to see what you got. Oh, sister, all you gotta do is ask. Just ask. But don't try to be sneaky and look. Don't trust them sisters. Or likewise with her. Her eyes don't meet your face. Her eyes is below the neck. That's a hole right there. Leave her alone, brother. You're gonna have problems. Give me Tobit 10 and 12. No, go give me Ecclesiastes 9 and 9. Y'all go out, her eyes is always on your nether region. Is that a banana in your pocket? Are you glad to see it? Watch them women.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 9. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life
And
of...
this is something that some brothers that get married, some sisters too, and they forget this principle here. Read it again.
Live joyfully with the wife, whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity.
It says vanity because your life is short. Go ahead.
Which he hath given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity. For that is thy portion in this life.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest. So that means the two of you got to do those things. Remember when you first met, the things y'all used to do, the conversations y'all used to have, to make that, to kindle that romance, to bring that friendship back that y'all used to have. Some people forget about that, and you grow old and scornful, and what's the word, resentful to that. Now you can't stand her guts. And we hear this a lot with you brothers. She ain't the same. She ain't the same. So we heard a few sisters say that too. He ain't the same no more. He ain't the way he used to be. Well, y'all got to kindle that old romance. Okay? Go out and have some fun. Go on vacation. Some of y'all ain't never been on a vacation nowhere. Go somewhere with your wife and have some fun. Leave the kids with somebody else. I'm saying it because I'm going through it now. Come on, baby. Let's go to Jamaica. All right. I'm scrimping. I'm saving up my money here. Come on, let's go. Give me Sirach 18 and 30.
Sirach 18 verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies that malign thee.
So that happened in Indiana. So now this brother who was married, the one that shot the he-she, he went after his lust. Him and his wife, they get into an argument. And sisters, watch them arguments. I'm going to tell you something. Now, there's a brother, not a brother, well, he's a brother, but not in truth, in the context of that word. He was dealing with 5 different women. That's when I'm at work. I said, bro, how do you get the time to deal with all these women? Your wife ain't find out, she can't be that stupid. He says, bro, no, my wife ain't stupid at all. However, I have a formula. I said, well, so it's a bunch of us. So what's the formula? He said, I come home, sit around, talk a little bit, and I will find something to start an argument. I know once I start the argument, you know women got to have the last word. She's not going to relent. She's going to argue and argue and argue and argue. Although I started the argument. Because she has to have what? The last word. And then that will be my cue to walk out and hook up with sister number 2. Then the next day, I do it again. I'll walk out because she what? Has to have the last word in the argument. I'll walk out, hook up with sister number 3. And so forth and so forth. So forth and so on. That's what I do. That's not me, but that's what this brother do. So be mindful with these arguments. This is a plan. You ever argue with somebody know where it's coming from? The argument come up, there is a formula or a reason for the argument. Watch it. Just be mindful. So read that again.
Go not after thy lust.
So now because his wife let herself go, now I'm not justifying it at all. The brother goes on Backpage.com. Backpage.com. Hooks up with what he thought was a woman. Turns out to have his frank and beans cut off. Then when she get tired of his old behind, or black behind, I'll say, she reveals to him the secret of her manhood. And he busts a cap in her face. So, read that again. So now, the people that knew him, it's all in the paper now, the people that knew him as an Israelite when he used to be with us, they are mocking him. Read that again.
Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her.
If you give your soul the desires that please her, go ahead.
She will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies that malign thee.
She will make thee a laughingstock to your enemies. And that lust could be anything. It could be anything. Anything. Give me 1 Corinthians 7 and 2.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
So we talked about that sister that wants your husband, sister. She wants your man. You better watch them skanky sisters. I don't care if they got big fringes with a border blue. Some sisters ain't right. They trying to get right. In the world, she might have had what is it called? She might have had a name. You thought her name was like Asian. An Asian name, hey ho, hey ho. Everybody said hey ho, hey ho. No, they saying hey ho. She ain't Asian. She was just nasty. Now she in Israel with fringes and a border blue. Watch her. Read that again.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
To avoid fornication.
Let every man have his own wife.
Let every man have his own wife. But then the brother says, but brother, she's letting herself go. So now, they use that, some brothers use that to say, I'm going to go seek love in all the wrong places. Read that again.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
Is that wrong with your mic?
It's not on.
It's on. It's on. Yeah, it's on. Oh.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife.
The word fornication means sexual sins. Sexual sins. To avoid sexual sins, let every man have his own wife, that,
and let every woman have her own husband.
Let every woman have her own husband. Give me 2 Corinthians 6 and 4. So sisters go, but I've been waiting. Brothers too, I've been waiting. Hear what the Bible says.
Second Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4. But in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of God, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses.
And the key word we want out of there is in much patience. Give me James 1, 3 and 4. This is the one I really wanted here. James chapter 1, verse 3 and 4.
James chapter 1 verse 3 and 4. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
The trying of your faith worketh patience. Go ahead.
But let patience have her perfected work.
Let patience have her perfected work.
That ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Lacking nothing. A lot of times you're not married yet because a lot of you are not ready to get married yet. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Sometimes everybody here got character flaws, personality schisms in the brain. Work on yourself. While you're in here single, work on your personality flaws. Find those scriptures attributed. If it's anger, look for those scriptures that pertain to anger and how to overcome it. If it's lust, look for those scriptures that pertain to lust and meditate on those scriptures and how to overcome it. If it's not dealing right with money, that's always a big issue in marriage. If that's your problem, because you like to spend, get those scriptures that deal with that and meditate on that. Read that again.
But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally.
If you lack in any area, ask God for that wisdom pertaining to that character flaw. And the Lord will give you wisdom. You just now, knowing the scripture is one thing. Application is something different though. I've met brothers and sisters who know, when we counsel them about a scripture, he or she already know what it says. So what's the problem? The problem has been applying. Give me that scripture about having much wisdom and not applying God's laws in Sirach. Y'all know what I want? Let me see. Sirach 19:24, is that it?
Yes.
Yes. So there's a difference between knowing a scripture and applying the scripture. Here it is.
Sirach 19 and 24. He that hath small understanding and feareth God is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
Read it again.
He that hath small understanding and feareth God.
He has small understanding, meaning he don't know where everything is. He can't explain everything. But he fears God. He does what the law says for him to do. Go ahead.
Is better
than
one that hath much wisdom.
Much wisdom. I know what the scripture is. I can explain it. I know it. I know it. I know it.
And transgresseth the law of the Most High.
That brother or sister won't do nothing the Bible says. Y'all see the difference in that? Y'all better meditate on that.
Let me have him read it again, Bishop.
He that hath small understanding.
The understanding of, you remember that scripture Bishop went out, the unity of brothers, the unity that God expected. Read that scripture from the beginning again.
He that hath small understanding.
The small understanding you will have, you know how to deal with your brothers. You know how to deal with your sisters. You know how to deal within your marriage. You know everything about the fear of God. Go ahead.
And feareth God is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
The one that have much wisdom transgressed the laws of God. He forgot to tell himself that when you commit the sin, you left the body of Christ. You understand? What about the unity of brothers? What about the love of brothers? You understand? He have that much of understanding. He able to move scriptures, go up and down. But he forgot the unity of brothers. He forgot the bread he broke. He forgot everything. Then he go commit the sin. You understand? Because the fear of the Lord will allow you to say, you know what? That's a selfish thing. For me to do that, I'm being selfish. For me to break God's laws is a spirit of selfishness. Then with all that wisdom he had, he could not pick the spirit of selfish. You understand? Because everything he was teaching, he was not about it. You understand? He didn't understand it. He just reads scriptures, but he don't apply anything. So when the fear of the Lord to come, since he didn't establish nothing, so now he entertains sin. Because the fear of the Lord was, hey brother, don't do that. Hey sister, don't do that. But there was nothing there to help her or help him. You understand? So he left the body. But what about before you commit the sin? Would that not make sense for you to call somebody and say, brother, I'm feeling this thing. I know it's not right. I know I'm not right within my. Can you help me? Why is after he do it, he call you? Because all along the brother or the sister, they love their sin they just committed. You understand? Yeah, you tell me, if I have a feeling that commit murder, I'm going to kill this dude. Then I know the Bible said I shall not kill. Then I go along and doing it. Then do I really care about the brothers and the sisters that look up to me? I don't care about stuff like that. I only care about myself. Then I didn't even only care about myself. I hate myself. Because I commit a crime who going to allow me to go to jail. You understand? It's the same thing as sin. Every sin is the same thing. Hatred is the same thing. Malice is the same thing. Adultery, fornication is the same thing. Because of a spirit of hatred. It's a spirit of hatred, man.
Get us, we're almost done. 2 Chronicles 22:3. You're not going to go back to that mama boy. I can't leave him alone.
2 Chronicles chapter 22:3. He also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, for his mother was his counselor to do wickedly.
Y'all see that? His mother, his mama was his counselor to do wickedness. That's why we tell you sisters, watch out for that mama boy. Anytime you talk to him, he got to ask his mama. Watch that. Listen to the talk. I remember when I first started, this was back in college, I'm talking with my wife today, my wife now. We double dating, as they call it in the world back then. Sister, I call her Sister S. She dated my buddy A. Say, hey, let's all go to the movies. Brother A says, I got to ask my mama. So the sister goes, you got to ask your mama? He goes, yeah. The movie started at 8:30. He called his mama. The movie started at 8:30. She says, be home by 9. What kind of double date is this? That's not mama boy. Read that again.
He also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, For his mother was his counselor to do wickedly.
Give me, was that it?
Yes, sir.
Give me the last one, Sirach 7:25. So brothers, finally, brother, make sure you don't marry a sister who can don't marry a dummy. I'll just say that. Evil dummy. Don't marry them. They can't do nothing for you. You know, sometimes we get sick at home. Husbands get sick, wife gets sick. You need to know, brothers, that if you get sick or not home for whatever reason, she can keep it going. She can make sure the household is running. But that dumb sister who can't, you tell her to put some beans on, she get the can and put it in water. What the hell's wrong with you? Read that for me.
Sirach 7:25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
Now, brothers with daughters, it's a heavy thing. It's a heavy thing because you got to try to keep her away from Negroes. So it said, marry thy daughter, and what?
And so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding.
See that? Give her to a man. All brothers, sisters, in case you didn't notice, all men don't have understanding. You can meet some good-looking dummies out there, sisters. There's one in New York, I ain't gonna call his name. Sister said, I can't stand this dummy. I said, what dummy is that? I'm thinking she's talking about some brother said something to her. She said, my husband. I said, why would you be so disrespectful as to call your husband a dummy? She said, Elder, he's a dummy. He will park our car on a fire hydrant and pray to God not to get a ticket. She said, look, I got 8 tickets right here, $125 each. I said, whoa. I said to the brother, I said, oh, he's a dummy. Call your husband here. Brother, what the hell is this? What's going on with all these tickets? Well, you know, I opened the Bible. You ever see a lot of West Indians do that? Put the Bible on the dashboard and send up a prayer that they don't get a ticket. That's some dumb stuff. But they'll do it. I don't know why. I used to give out tickets. I look for the Bible open just to give you one.
Because you cannot be that simple. You cannot be that simple. You cannot be that simple.
So we helped them. Brother, you gotta get yourself together, get yourself together. Next week, no, 2 weeks later, she comes in with eviction notice. He has not been paying the rent. Call the brother here. Brother, what's going on? You ain't paying the rent in the house? Well, you know, I had to put gas in the car, and I had to do this, and laundry. Sister, do you work? She said, yeah, I work. She says, the money, he has me give him my check, and he spends not only my check, but his too. And look, we're getting evicted now. I'm like, brother, do you have a gambling problem? Is something going on with you? No, brother. He's one of them brothers that's not good. All brothers ain't good with money. Remember that? All men are not good with, I know you, we got that macho, I am, man, hear me roar. And you hear, ow! That's not a roar, brother. But he think he's the man. And he don't know how to pay bills, he's irresponsible, so forth and so on. So finally, just weeks go by. I said, why don't y'all have some babies? That's your problem. She said, oh, I plan to have babies, but not with him. I was like, what? What the hell? She was gone the next week. She said, I can't take it. I said, bro, you destroyed your marriage. I said, one thing about women, they like, in case you brothers don't know, women like security. They don't want to come home and there's an eviction notice on the door, we're about to get kicked out of the place. The bills is paid, and we get mad, sisters, when you say, this bill got to be paid. The reason women nag us with the bills got to be paid, they like stability. I know I can't stand it either. Come home, and this bill got to get paid, and this bill, oh, shut up! I don't hear that when I come home. So now, Camila wants to argue about this. So what she does, she opens the mail, she lays all the bills on the table, like this. She doesn't say a word to me. She just lays it all out there. That's it. So when I walk in, I'll see it, but I don't see it. So you know what? I'm not doing that. I'll pay it when I pay it. You brothers got any questions?
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.